A very good evening, viewers. It's 6 p.m. and you're watching Republic TV. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. This is Across the Republic, your one-stop destination for all the top stories from the length and breadth of the nation. And our top focus will remain on the WAQF emergency across the nation. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, WAQF is forcefully acquiring everything in its way. We'll get you all the latest details from Republic's investigation. And along with that, the Sukhu government has now issued a new diktat, which is a notification which claims that any post that's vacant for 2 years will be abolished. We'll get you everything you need to know about that as well. Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his wife continue to be in the Muda soup after the Lokayukta police have questioned Parvati Siddaramaiah. It's all set to issue a notice to the Chief Minister himself on the land deals in the 50-50 scheme. And finally, viewers, farmers have once again threatened to stage a protest tomorrow over the lack of procurement of paddy in Punjab. Now, before we get you all these stories, it's time to quickly take a look at the headlines. Nationwide emergency over WAQF arbitrarily claiming lands after Karnataka, now Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat have reported similar cases, similar template, different state. Trouble mounts for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Lokayukta officials expected to summon him soon in the Muda land scam case. Himachal government moves to abolish posts that are vacant for the last 2 years. BJP attacks Congress, says hopes of youth are dashed.
हिंदू समाज की एकता ये संघ के जीवन व्रत है। हम इसका आग्रहपूर्वक कहेंगे और उसके लिए करेंगे भी। और हिंदू एकता लोक कल्याण के लिए है। हिंदू सबके लिए सुख प्रदान करेगा।
After Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister's battenge to katenge, now RSS General Secretary has called for Hindu unity. Indi cries foul. First up, viewers, there's an emergency across the nation, and this is being seen as the WAQF emergency because temples, villages, government buildings, nothing is off limits for the WAQF board's audacious land grab template, because in Maharashtra's Ahmednagar, the sacred Kanifnath temple with decades of heritage is now caught in a fierce battle as the WAQF board claims 40 acres around it as its own, insisting that the land belongs to a dargah. In fact, the temple trust also holds historical documents proving the ownership, yet the board's tactics have led to a ban on temple access for several trustees. But the question is this part of a larger acquisition spree across India? Take a look at this to find out more.
Be it temples, villages, or even government buildings, no place is off limits for the WAQF board's aggressive land acquisition spree. In Maharashtra's Ahmednagar, the iconic Kanifnath temple, standing tall for decades, sacred to thousands, is also one of the properties allegedly grabbed by the WAQF board. This historic temple, revered by the Hindu community, has been battling an outrageous takeover bid since 2005. The Temple Trust claims that in the year 2005, this land was seized under the WAQF board without following due legal process.
Very Kanifnath temple was mentioned on the record as dargah, and in fact was occupied by WAQF, by the people of WAQF and the local illegal residents out here. Now, what has happened since then? The 40-acre land was in fact taken up or was encroached by WAQF, and the people were illegally made to reside out here without any legal permission. This temple belongs to Nath community, and this is the Kanifnath temple.
Today, as Republic reaches the temple grounds, trust members expose the WAQF board's aggressive acquisition tactics.
2005 में उन्होंने वक्फ बोर्ड का नोंद किया, तो उस टाइम पे जिस टाइम उन्होंने वक्त किया उस टाइम हमारे 5 साल हमको पता नहीं था, पर हमारे ही एक जन जो तहसील में कुछ काम के लिए गया उस टाइम उनको पता चला, फिर गांव में बता दिया। तो और उसके बाद 2015 में उन्होंने मुतवली ट्रस्ट स्थापन किया। मुतवली ट्रस्ट स्थापन करने के बाद उसका जो नोंद है,
ये अलग एक ट्रस्ट स्थापना किया यहाँ के जो गैर कानूनी तरीके से रहने वाले लोग
तरीके पर उसको उनको है ना, ये जो जगह है वो वक्त में लेने का था, तो वो ट्रस्ट को जब तक ग्राम पंचायत से लीगली परमिशन नहीं मिलता तब तक ये जगह।
Not only was the land taken, but there were also disturbing moves to destroy the temple and convert it into a dargah.
Specific community had started residing out here in the Guha village, and ultimately an attempt was made to in fact destroy the evidences. Joining me are the people of the temple trust, and we'll try to get an idea how the destruction in fact took place and how this attempt was made to convert this temple to a dargah.
The question remains: how many more temples, villages and government properties will fall prey to this relentless land grab? Is there a deliberate silence on this alarming takeover?
Well, viewers, the case from Ahmednagar is just one of many, because yesterday also we told you about the WAQF board sinister plan to usurp farmers' land, tuning to about 15,000 acres in Karnataka's Vijaypura district. And after that, a similar story has unfolded up north in Uttar Pradesh, because it is being alleged that the WAQF board, which calls itself the custodian of land and properties which it claims were donated for philanthropic ends, has laid claim to multiple plots and properties in Lucknow as well, including a temple that is dedicated to the worship of Lord Shiva. Here's a ground report.
Nothing is off limits for the WAQF board. Even churches and the homes of locals are under siege from its unyielding land claims. Here's a case from Kerala that reveals just how far these claims have gone. This church, nestled along the coast from Munambam to Cherai in Kerala's Ernakulam district, has been a place of peace and faith for generations. But today, the lives of residents are upturned, thrown into turmoil over a land dispute they believed was settled long ago. All because of a petition claiming that their homes are on WAQF property. And the size of this outrageous claim? Over 400 acres.
It was in January 2022, the community members of this particular church got a shocking news. The news that the land that they have been owning for decades does not belong to them. Allegedly, they also been told that this land is completely belongs to that of the WAQF board. Around 404 acres of land is now being claimed by that of WAQF board, and here are the community members waiting anxiously over here to get a resolution on this, because they believe that they have been completely cheated, and they also believe that justice is not meted to them, because all these people have their homes. 404 acres of land, 610 homes are now being claimed by the WAQF board, something that all these members of the fishermen community, they have been living here for generations. In fact, many of them are absolutely concerned about the impact.
Listen to the voices of those who have been living under legal restrictions since 2022 as they fight to protect their homes, their faith and their lives.
No man can believe this now, because we were living here peacefully for decades and for generations. And what happened all of a sudden when some of our people went to village office to pay the tax. They are telling that because of some government circulars, the collection of tax is banned.
And it's not just the church. This elderly woman's home is also under WAQF's control, uprooting not just property but the spirit of an entire community.
The sudden claim by the WAQF board that the land between Munambam and Cherai belongs to them, almost 104 acres which is now existing, has caused so much pain to 110 plus residents over here. Shanta is suffering from Parkinson's. 72-year-old Shanta is now living in this very small house, a family of 4, including his son Liju and his wife and kid. They have been living here, and although the government had sanctioned them under the Life Mission to rebuild the house, the entire case has halted their entire possibility of building this home up.
How long will this brazen land grab continue? Temples, villages, churches, even homes. Will the WAQF even leave an inch of land untouched? The silence from authorities is deafening, and the people demand answers. Republic is here to break that silence and expose the reality of this unchecked acquisition spree.
Well, viewers, that was the story from Kerala's Ernakulam district, because there the WAQF board claims ownership of a church and also a house which belonged to an old lady. And she claims that she has all the documents, but WAQF has now launched a legal, duel against her to claim ownership of her property as well. But that's just not it, viewers. It also goes up to Lucknow as well, where WAQF, like we told you just a few moments back, has taken claim on a temple as well in Lucknow. Here's a report.
After farmers in Karnataka alleged pressure from the local administration to register land with the WAQF board, a similar story has come to light in Uttar Pradesh. It is alleged that the WAQF has claimed multiple land chunks and properties in Lucknow. According to sources, the properties for which the WAQF is claiming ownership rights includes a Hindu temple. The Lal Shivalaya Kubre Baba temple is situated in Lucknow's Sadatganj Mamala. Locals have claimed the temple, which has been in existence for more than 250 years, is now on the radar of the body that calls itself the custodian of land and properties donated by the Muslim Brethren for charity.
It's a very surprising story in Lucknow where 250 years old temple is being claimed by a WAQF board. They are telling it is their property. It's been from 250 years old temple, and the important part is that local residents, they are very aggressive on this. They are telling that they are watching this temple from their childhood. They have heard stories from their forefathers about this temple. There used to be a Kubre Baba who used to do worship over there. He established that temple. That's the story we are getting from the local resident. But now after 2060, suddenly WAQF board started claiming its own property to that land. That's what local residents are saying. They are telling they are very angry on this. They are very upset with this. And even the important most part is that the Muslim family who went against WAQF board to the court to establish that's not a WAQF board's property, but it's a property of Hindu temple. They are fighting this case against WAQF board. So this is a very surprising story happened against the WAQF board in Uttar Pradesh.
Locals allege that the plot on which the temple stands was sold to departed gangster turned politician Mukhtar Ansari's wife Afsa Ansari in 2016. They claimed some plotting activity was carried out after the transfer of land, but the matter has since been in court pending arbitration.
ये तो सिर्फ शिवालय का ही मंदिर है।
आप बताएं, आप क्या कहेंगे इसके लिए?
ये बहुत पूर्वजों की तरफ से हमारा चला आ रहा है मंदिर, और इसमें वक़्फ़ का कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता है।
हमको तो ये मैम सर अभी कल ही मालूम हुआ, मोहल्ले वाले बता रहे वक़्फ़ है वक़्फ़ है। वक़्फ़ कुछ नहीं है, जिंदगी भर से देख रहा हूँ मंदिर में पूजा हो रही है, पूजा पाठ होती है, कोई भी त्योहार होता है, सब इसमें 5-6 मंदिर बने हुए हैं। सब भैरव जी का मंदिर, काली जी का मंदिर, दुर्गा जी का मंदिर, हनुमान जी का मंदिर, इतने मंदिर हैं। हम अपने बचपनों से देख रहे हैं, मेरे बाप दादा देखते आ रहे हैं। बाबा तक की हमारे बाप यहाँ आते थे जब बैठते थे, भंडारा होता था। मैं बचपन में इसमें भंडारा खाया हूँ। ये कोई वक़्फ़ की संपत्ति नहीं है, हिंदू समाज की धार्मिक संपत्ति है।
Earlier, your channel had exposed a potential land grab by the WAQF in Karnataka after several farmers alleged pressure to give up land they had rightfully owned and tilled for generations. Amid the WAQF's bid to lay claim to properties on a whim, the anxious question crossing several minds is, what's next on their radar?
Moving on, viewers, the Himachal Pradesh government has issued a notification and ordered that the temporary or regular posts which are vacant for the last 2 years or more should be considered abolished. In fact, the number of these posts is said to be in thousands. And the Principal Secretary of Finance, Devesh Kumar, has sent a letter regarding this to all the administrative secretaries, heads of departments, secretary to the governor and secretary to the Legislative Assembly, along with the Registrar General of the State High Court. Watch this story.
The Congress government in Himachal Pradesh has passed a fresh order. The government has moved to abolish all posts lying vacant for 2 years. As per the order, temporary or regular posts which are vacant for 2 years or more may be considered abolished. The number of these posts is said to be in thousands.
ये बजट में ही हमने कहा कि जो नई पोस्टें क्रिएट करनी है और करेंगे हम क्रिएट। अभी जैसे हमने नर्सेस की पोस्टें क्रिएट करनी है, कैबिनेट में आ रहा है, हमने माइनिंग ऑफिसर्स की पोस्टें क्रिएट करनी है, ये लिखा है। अब आज की डेट में टाइपिस्ट क्लर्क की जरूरत नहीं है, उसकी जगह कौन सी पोस्टें लेनी है। जितनी भी पोस्टें हैं जिनकी जरूरत नहीं है उनकी जगह हम नए पोस्टों को कन्वर्ट करके भरेंगे।
There is a backlog of about 1,50,000 posts in Himachal Pradesh, and about 40% of the posts will come under this order. The move has come as a big shock to Himachal Pradesh's youth. The order has also invited sharp reactions against the Himachal government.
आज नोटिफिकेशन जो 23 तारीख की जो नोटिफिकेशन को क्लैरिफाई करने की आवश्यकता क्यों पड़ी, क्योंकि हिमाचल प्रदेश में इस नोटिफिकेशन का एक व्यापक असर होने वाला है, जिसके इस नोटिफिकेशन का इंपैक्ट ये है कि 2 सालों से अगर हिमाचल प्रदेश में अगर पद खाली हैं, उन पदों की संख्या लगभग 1.5 लाख के करीब होती है। 1.5 लाख पोस्टें हिमाचल प्रदेश में समाप्त कर दी गई है। और सत्ता में गारंटी दे करके आप आए हैं कि हिमाचल प्रदेश में 5 लाख बेरोजगारों को 5 साल में नौकरी देंगे और 1 साल में 1 लाख नौकरी देंगे। 2 साल आपके बीत गए, 2 लाख नौकरियां अभी तक होनी चाहिए थी और आप 1.5 लाख नौकरियों को जो है समाप्त करने की ये नोटिफिकेशन करके आए हैं।
However, CM Sukhu said that the Congress government in Himachal Pradesh is not abolishing jobs and that the BJP is misleading the youth. He said the orders have been given to create new posts as per requirement and that the government has given 19,500 jobs in 2 years. However, according to the election manifesto, the Congress had guaranteed to provide 1 lakh jobs in a year. In fact, the move came after salaries of government employees were previously delayed. And a proposed toilet tax was rolled back after voices were raised against it. The question remains if the Himachal government is in a deep economic crisis.
Well, that was the story of Himachal Pradesh in Karnataka. The Lokayukta is likely to issue a notice against Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in the Muda land case. And the Lokayukta has registered an FIR against the Chief Minister and made him the accused number 1 in the ongoing investigation concerning the land parcels allocated to his wife under the 50-50 scheme. Now, the questioning of Chief Minister's wife, Parvati Siddaramaiah, was also done by the Lokayukta, and she has been listed as accused number 2 yesterday. Police are now preparing to issue a notice to the Chief Minister himself.
The Muda scam probe heat on Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is getting intense. Siddaramaiah has been listed as the accused number 1 in Karnataka's Mysuru Urban Development Authority scam. His wife Parvati has been listed as accused number 2. Following the questions of Chief Minister's wife, Parvati Siddaramaiah on Friday, the Lokayukta police is now preparing to issue a notice to the Chief Minister himself. Lokayukta officials are expected to summon Siddaramaiah soon as they move to complete their inquiry.
In Muda case probe, Mysuru Lokayukta has investigated A2 of this scam, CM's wife Parvati, in a secret place. It is said that they have asked all the requiring questions. It is also very much likely that CM Siddaramaiah will also be investigated since he is the A1 in the case. But now Siddaramaiah has already filed a writ petition against the court verdict to give permission to investigate in this case.
The investigation focuses on alleged influence in the allocation of 14 Muda sites to Parvati. Throughout the entire case, Parvati has not appeared in public. Siddaramaiah's wife had previously agreed to return 14 plots. During the issue regarding the return of 14 plots, confidentiality was maintained even during the account cancellation. The Lokayukta police have already summoned and questioned several individuals, including accused number 3 and accused number 4 at its office. Meanwhile, the ED has issued notice to 6 Muda officers. 6 officers and employees of Muda scam were summoned for questioning.
Now moving on, Union Minister Ravneet Singh Bittu blamed the Punjab government led by the Aam Aadmi Party for farmers' protests in the state and demanded the resignation of Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann. Farmers have also blocked highways in Punjab over their demands, and they have hit the streets over tardy paddy procurement amid other demands. They have also said that they will stage a chakka jam.
At Jalandhar, farmers have blocked Jalandhar to Ludhiana National Highway. At Bhatinda as well, farmers have blocked the National Highway. In Punjab, farmers have staged protests with road blockades at 4 points. They've called for a chakka jam for indefinite period at one place each in Sangrur and Moga districts and at Phagwada and Batala. Farmers have raised concerns over the tardy paddy procurement.
Chakka jam on Friday, and today the national highways at 5 places have been blocked by the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha non-political. The reason behind is that the procurement of paddy all across Punjab has not been uplifted. Now the blame game between the centre and the state government is going on. But the farmers are the main sufferers and the brunt is being borne by the commuters.
Union Minister of State for Food Ravneet Singh Bittu slammed the Punjab's Aam Aadmi Party government. Bittu alleged that AAP is taking revenge for the Lok Sabha debacle.
मंडी से लिफ्टिंग भी हो जाएगी, आज ही ये चली भी जाएगी. आप क्यों यहाँ बैठे हो? सिर्फ 300 रुपये कट लगेगा. जितना एमएसपी में क्विंटल रेट है उससे 300 रुपये हमें दे दो. तो आप किसी भी मंडी में जाओ, किसी किसान से पूछ लो जाके, जिस दिन उसने 300 दे दिया क्विंटल के पीछे, वही उसकी बचत है, उसकी खून पसीने की कमाई है किसान की. वो ये केजरीवाल और राघव चड्ढा लूट रहे हैं. वो समस्या. और समस्या कौन सी है? कभी समस्या आज तक आई? कितनी सरकारें रही, कितनी पार्टियों की रही? 11 साल तो बीजेपी की सरकार है भाई, कांग्रेस भी रही, अकाली दल भी रहा. 2 साल से यहां भी आम आदमी की. अब क्यों आई? क्योंकि केजरीवाल जेल के बाहर है. अब वो सीधा डील वहां से राघव चड्ढे के थ्रू, हर डील यहां पे हर मंडी में ये हो रहा है.
Recently, a meeting chaired by Union Food and Supply Minister Prahlad Joshi on the paddy procurement issue was held in New Delhi. In the meeting, it was decided that he will visit Punjab to survey the conditions of paddy procurement. Ravneet Singh Bittu and Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann were present during the meeting.